Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday. So today I am doing a Homeworx candle duo review. And this particular set is it's from the Townhouse collection, and this is the Apple Orchard set. I did also purchase the Pumpkin Patch as well. So I will be doing a review of that duo probably next Saturday. This week I have just been focusing on this particular duo. I was very excited about both the Pumpkin Patch and Apple Orchard set because these are both scents that I love this time of year. They are kind of the perfect fall fragrances. So this duo is currently available on QVC. I will link it down below. Neither set is sold out. It's available for $42.48, so it's a little bit more expensive than the other duos that are available from Homeworx, but that is because the packaging of these is very different. We'll talk about packaging in a minute. Shipping and handling is, of course, $5.50, which I don't love. But I've lamented about this in other videos. So anyway, let's talk about the packaging because that is, I feel like, what sets these particular candles apart from not only other Homeworx candles, but a lot of other candle companies. I am madly in love with the hobnail jars that are available in this Townhouse collection. I just think these are stunning. They are very, very heavy jars, and as you can see, they are textured. Harry's monogram is kind of emblazoned on the top here. Everything that is on here does have a textured feel to it, so some of these bumps, some of these hobnail bumps are a little bit taller than others. Obviously the insignia here is also raised. The country apple butter is in a brown jar, and obviously the crisp apple cider is in a red. Now you can see on the crisp apple cider that I have the lid underneath. So these are actually designed to hold the candles like this. So if you are one of those people, and I'm looking at you, Lindsay, who hates lids that you like can't do anything with, these are really kind of nice because you can just use them essentially as a candle stand. So they look very pretty like this. They also just look pretty with, you know, setting it off to the side. So, but it is awfully convenient to just do this. And if you were not able to get any of the pedestals, which by the way, people always ask, this is a Homeworx pedestal here. No, it is not currently available. They sell out extremely fast. If you ever see the pedestals come up during a presentation or online, you need to grab them immediately because they sell out super quickly. Harry does not produce a huge number of these Homeworx pedestals, so when you see them, you should just order what you want and be done with it, because otherwise you're going to be left seeing them in other people's videos and bummed out, like I was about some of the Christmas ones that I decided to not get at first, but then changed my mind about, but then it was too late, so it happens. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started. Which one should I start with? I'm going to go ahead and start with the country apple butter, even though that one is not lit. I have burned this 2 times. Each time was probably at least 4 hours. So you can see how much of the wax is gone at this point after 4 hours. This was pretty full. Obviously the 4 wicks definitely help with a faster wax pool, which I really appreciate. But I will admit that they do burn just slightly faster than the 3 wick candles. I don't think it is like crazy fast compared to the 3 wicks. There are some people out there who are saying that they're going through these candles in like 2 days. That seems crazy fast to me. I mean, I only leave them lit for about 3 to 4 hours at a time. That's usually the most. So I'm not going through mine in a couple of days. And even if I left them lit like for 48 hours straight, I mean, I guess at that point they'd be gone, but I don't know who burns their candles that long. You can see that the wicks on this particular collection does leave the mushroom tops. I wanted to address the wick trimming for Homeworx candles. You gotta be careful to not trim anything other than this little mushroom top. So I actually don't use a wick trimmer. I use these tiny little cuticle scissors to trim my Homeworx candles so that I just get this little, oops, see, like you just essentially want to just knock, there we go. Let's see if I can get this other little ball off here. Oh, see what happened? Oh, you don't want to do that. Don't do that. Hopefully this can correct itself. I was trying to knock that other little nub off there, but see what I did? That's way too short. If you are trimming your wicks this short, you're gonna have trouble with the candles pulling out. There are some people that are saying that, specifically with the Today Special Value collection, that they are not trimming their wicks and they're still getting short wicks like this. That hasn't been my experience, but I'm not saying that that isn't happening. I think it's good when people speak out about stuff like that because it's good for Harry to know that there might be some potential inconsistencies. Mine so far have done really well, but now I'm a little bummed with myself for doing that. But anyway, those are the wicks. Just make sure that you only trim just the very tip off. Do not trim any more than that, and certainly don't trim your wicks prior to the first burn. So, country apple butter. Let's go ahead and read the description on the bottom of this, and then I'm gonna give you guys what I smell. So caramel, apple, sweet vanilla, and toasted nut. Okay, this one was interesting because when I smelled it on cold, I did not love it as much as I actually love it burning. On cold sniff, I get a lot of that caramel apple note, more caramel than apple. And I also get a lot of that like toasted nut type note. Not much in the way of sweet vanilla. I mean, there's a sweetness to this, but I don't know that it's vanilla per se. It's a little bit more like sugary, caramely type of sweetness. But burning, you guys, this is probably one of my new favorites in terms of when it's burning. It is so delicious. When this warms up, I really do feel like it comes to life. There is still a caramel apple note that comes through, but it's much more creamy. That sweeter vanilla type note definitely comes through, and that toasted nut really comes forward, and it's beautiful, you guys. It smells like something that you would want to eat. I wouldn't call this apple butter. I really like apple butter. This doesn't actually smell like apple butter to me. It smells like really smooth, creamy caramel apples with like a toasty nut note in the background, and it's just the perfect mix for something that is delicious. It's, again, it doesn't smell like apple butter to me, but it just smells good. All three of those notes really do come out when this is lit, and it is beautiful, you guys. And for that reason alone, I will be purchasing another set of this because I love this country apple butter. And if Harry comes out with this on its own next year in a duo, I would pick up a lot. I would actually pick up more of the crisp apple cider as well. But the country apple butter in this duo is definitely the standout for me. It is delicious. Oh my God, it's so good, you guys. I love that scent. Now, the throw and the strength of these are not quite as strong as I expected or wanted them to be. I'm really only getting a strength of about a 6 to 7. I do wish it was a little bit stronger, and the throw is only about a 6 to 7 as well. So it scents most of the downstairs of my house, but not the entirety. But the good thing is when I have both of these lit in different areas, they do a very good job of then scenting the entire downstairs, if that makes sense. They kind of scent the individual areas where they're in, and then where they meet up in the middle, there is this delicious melding of these two fragrances that is wonderful. So for me, I feel like these do best when I burn them together. I get the best strength and the best throw that way. If I had some feedback for this for next year, it would be to amp up maybe the fragrance oils just a little bit more. But that being said, despite the scent throw and the strength not being what I'm used to with Homeworx, these are still a rock star duo for me, and I will absolutely repurchase it. These would probably do great in a smaller home. I do live in, my house is over 4,000 square feet, so it's pretty large. And there's not a ton of candles that can scent a house that large very easily on their own. These two do require being burned together to really give me the throw that I want, but anyway, so yeah, I will be repurchasing these. Let's talk about the apple cider, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the fragrance notes on the website here because I don't want to lift the candle up. So on the website it says this apple cider combination of tart Granny Smith apple and sweet gala apple is perfectly spiced with cloves, nutmeg, and then spiked with bourbon. Okay, I was a little nervous about the bourbon because I don't always love a bourbon note in my candles, and I am happy to report that I really don't smell any bourbon in this candle. It does not have a boozy note to me at all, but it is a delicious apple cider scent, you guys. It's very, very true to that tart Granny Smith apple and that gala apple note. Just fresh, juicy, tart apples with those beautiful like cider spices of nutmeg and clove. I don't get any cinnamon from this at all, but I really do smell that nutmeg pretty heavily, and I do smell the clove. They are not overpowering. Really, the main thing that I get from this is the apple note, and in the background is that beautiful kind of spicy, nutmeg clove spice note duo that is just, it just makes this candle perfection, you guys. It is really, really a delicious, crisp apple cider scent. This is an apple candle done the way that I really like it. As you guys know, the Deliciously Apple wasn't my absolute favorite. I didn't really care for it, but this is a Homeworx apple candle that is exactly what I want it to be. I really love apple scented candles in September mostly. We are obviously in October now. So when I do purchase another duo of this, I will be burning the country apple butter like well into like the holiday time, but I will save the other crisp apple cider for next September because it's absolute perfection as a like fall transitional scent. So overall for me, you guys, while I am just a little bit disappointed in the strength and throw of these, I do still think that I am getting a very decent performance out of them overall. I do wish they were a little bit stronger, but they will be a repurchase for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and add these into my cart. I'm gonna be placing another order probably in early November for my like quote unquote holiday candles, and I will toss this in there for that haul. So you'll see that then. If you have this duo and you have burned it, let me know your thoughts. Obviously, these could get a little bit stronger if they burn down a little bit more. After all, these are only post-burn reviews from 2 different burns, so it could change. I will, of course, let you guys know when I finish these up. Let me know what you think of this duo. Did you order it? Are you thinking about getting it? I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say as well. Please let me know if you have any questions down below. I will link this duo in the description box. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.